Well, on the surface, Call Me by Your Name and The Lobster seem like the most contrasting films. They actually have a lot in common. Themes of time running out and the questioning of authenticity in a relationship, as well as having a truly positive one that is feasible in a non altered plane of reality, makes the audience question their preconceived notions about love entirely. First, I will start off with Call Me by Your Name, a dreamy infatuation filled romance somewhere in northern Italy, directed by Luca Guadagnino. This film was adapted by a book of the same name by Andrea Seaman, similarly Italian and sexually ambiguous as Luca is. Call Me by Your Name takes place during the summer of 1983 in a small northern Italian town full of men and women in bathing suits, peach trees, and extensive archaeological history.
These are the continuation of these archaeology department.
These are archaeology.
Yeah, those archaeology. This rest is history.
Okay. All right, precautions.
Yeah.
Elio, an introverted 17-year-old, is staying with his college professor father and polylingual mother in their vacation home over the summer. As per usual, Elio's father invites a graduate student to stay with them in their villa to assist him with his archaeological work. This summer, Elio must give up his room to Oliver, the 24-year-old astute and confident American that does not rub Elio the right way at first. As the summer continues, a growing tension begins to form between Elio and Oliver, which turns into a short-lived yet intensely impassioned romance. Call Me by Your Name uses color grading to make the scenes distinctly sunbathed and golden, or candlelight by the fireplace, or blue and pink lights lighting the dance floor for a passive-aggressively sexual club scene. The film taking place in Luca's hometown, and Luca's cinematographer wanted to capture just exactly what the eye beholds when in Italy. Quote, in Italy, the quality of light is surprising because it's drier, so the color and contrast is so much better and changes in subtle, poetic ways. I fell in love with it. I don't understand how you create a story if you don't start from the principle of figuring it out through the landscape. It's how a movie has to be made, end quote, said Guadagnino in an interview with IndieWire. Quote, we are all who we are because of the way we behave in a given space, end quote. In contrast, the lighting of The Lobster stays very dismal with only grays and blues coming out. Diamos Bakatakis says he does not want to create a specific look for that because, quote, the future has the same light as today, end quote. The film, which won the jury prize at this year's Cannes Festival, where it was also nominated for the Palme d'Or, was shot using natural light and no filtering or in-camera effects. The muted colors, combined with older style rather than futuristic costumes, do not give a specific sense of time or place. Quote, that was what we were trying for, explains Bakatis. So you don't know if it's past or future. All but one scene where a couple is kissing and or having sex in The Lobster is disingenuous. The actions performed are literally performative and generally just due to routine or to show others what to strive for in a relationship. Contrastingly, in Call Me by Your Name, all acts of love are extremely genuine and vulnerable. The shots are wrapped in yellow light or a blue moon rather than an overcast afternoon. In Call Me by Your Name, the span of a summer is the length at which Oliver and Elio can be in a relationship with each other before reality hits, and everyone must return home. The intertwining of days can be seen with panning shots that fade into others, symbolizing the passing of time slowly and becoming aware of the passage only during integral moments. After the summer, the audience only knows that Oliver is going to get married and that Elio will continue spending his summers in the villa without Oliver. In The Lobster, single people are sent to a hotel of doom where if they do not find a romantic partner within 45 days, they will be turned into an animal of their choice. These 45 days pass much faster than the summer Elio spends with Oliver, and the only way to increase the amount of time you have before your inevitable fate is to get as many hermits that isolate themselves in the woods and shoot them with a tranquilizer gun. The more bodies you hunt down, the more days you have at the hotel.